Greetings, friends. My name is Charles Q. Banks, and we are back. I welcome you to my classic playthrough of Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, Part 4, I believe. We're going on to Native Fortress. I'm gonna get back to Crash, because I like Crash, and this is arguably the most difficult level on Island 1, Wumpa Island. And I'm using the old-school controls, Tag-nabbit. Okay. So, thanks, Aku for the hint, but I always use directional pad. D-pad is kind of generic. Can mean many things. I prefer directional pad to a vague letter. Could mean dad pad. Hiya! Hi! I tried to press the X in time. Anyway, it is difficult because there will be things like this and that, fire and spikes and eating things, mostly because of these vertical areas where you have to spin the log platforms, jump on them, jump to the next, and then do this. And the issue is that those log platforms don't stay spun forever. They don't stay in place. Checkpoint number 2. Oh, my first enemy death. Going to heaven as an angel. And then I come right back at the checkpoint. You know, I always think about the logic of death in... death is one of my favorite things to think about. Actually. I'm kind of a morbid fellow. And I'm becoming more of a morbid fellow the longer I live. But, I've made up a lot of different theories as to why Crash can come back. I was thinking maybe it's because he went into the Cortex Vortex and it gave him invulnerability, or the Wumpa Fruit is actually magical and, the number of lives you have is directly based on how much Wumpa Fruit you've eaten. Because it is, and oh my word. And the crates are set there by Aku to give you life on this journey to get you back to Tana. And I don't know why Aku is your friend. I don't know why the spirit of the forest, or whatever it is, spirit of the jungle, I should say, spirit of the rainforest of Tasmania, is helping you. Probably just because he saw what a kind of a predicament you're in, that you were a good little animal. And this is kind of an environmentalist game, I guess, because it has kind of a hidden storyline. I mean, I'm making all of this up as I go, but Crash used to be a nice little marsupial, but then science came in and mutated him, kind of like we've mutated our soybeans and corn. And, no! Come back! Anyway. And so Aku saw this, and that your girlfriend was taken away, and that you washed up alone and scared, well, not really scared, just kind of insane, on Insanity Beach, and wanted to help you out because he is the guardian of all of the animals, coming from the, again, animistic theology, or mythology, of the Aborigines. Yeah, so, anyway, I like Australia. I did a report in 5th and 6th grade, both. One on bandicoots and hedgehogs, and one on Australia itself. Oh, there's an Aku mask, I need it. You cannot take fall damage unless you fall down a bottomless pit, which doesn't really make sense because a bottomless pit can't be bottomless, especially if you're on Earth. So he'll just fall and splat like he does when he falls and splats from falling off one of these platforms. He should be alive again, but maybe again that's Aku taking you back to where you should be, because if you fall down... Oh! Well, I can still get it by using this secret! Hiya! Oh well. Out of my way, Piranha. Anyway, this secret is very useful. Go behind the spikes, go behind the natives, get lives, and be able to go over here. Skip all of that nightmare atrocity. I don't know why these flame handles are so bouncy. But they sure are helpful to me. That was almost a bad choice. I mean, it was a bad choice. I didn't know where they were in their cycle. But yeah, okay. That was the worst choice. Alright. And whoosh! And up and over, yeah! Oh, don't go. Boing, boing. Up, yeah! Everything wants to kill poor Crash. And to be honest, Takuaku isn't that powerful. Oh, that should have killed me. Fire is the enemy of all creatures, again. Another secret. It's not really a secret, but you can really easily forget about this. Good thing I don't die to that. Made it. Without that secret, I don't know how people get through these games. Or through this area. I am close to the end, I think, if I don't do that too often. Slam my face into the ground. Oh. And I am rewarded with more lives. Who put these lives in the crates? Why does my face have the power to resurrect me? The mysteries that science may never solve. But maybe my crazy game logic will. But yeah, the face is not so sure about that. Wumpa Fruit can make sense in a magical world. Why? Why? Oh, I'm so unhappy about that. But that's what makes this game challenging. Precision controlling. The controls aren't the problem. If you ever fall and make a mistake, oh dear, it's always your fault. It's my fault for falling like that. I didn't take the jump as I should have. This is a very calculated game, and if you're not really paying attention, if you're doing it all for just review, then you can really get frustrated, because reviewers always need to do their reviews, play their games as quickly as possible, so that they can get their review out quicker, and that always leads to really bad reviews. Oh my. Rub that off. Put some dirt on that head. I don't know why dirt is supposed to heal people, but that's what people always say. Yeah, moving on. Native Fortress was a bad place. Yeah. We'll not do that again. Unless I try to go for all of the gems, which I don't really want to do. It was really difficult to get all the gems in the original game. There were no hints in the original game. And here I am, teleported across the ocean, for no apparent reason, going up the creek. Sending me up the river, eh? It's a term for going to prison, but I'm not going to prison. Failing a bonus round doesn't cost lives, so retry it. Yeah, that's something they changed in this game. In the original, if you died in a bonus round, you could not go back to that bonus round and retry it unless you went out of the game and then came back to that level and restarted completely, which was awful. So I hardly ever completed the bonus rounds, which means I basically never got more than a few gems in my playthrough of PS1. And again, you kind of get used to the graphics, because, you know, when you're playing this, it plays exactly like the PlayStation 1 version, and it's hard to remember how bad the graphics were in comparison to this. Not in comparison with other games of the time, but just comparison with this. Like, everything is so three-dimensional, so detailed. It's realistic in a sense, in a very cartoony sense, but realistic nonetheless. And having this in HD is so crazy. Okay, I love those question mark boxes. Question mark boxes always have multiple Wumpa Fruit and plain oh, you monkey brat. I hate you, brat. You monkey pants. Oh. Calm down, Adam. Charles. I'm not Adam, what? My name is Charles, huh? My real name is Adam, everyone. In case you were wondering. Urgh! I didn't notice that sharkfish until it was too late. Hi-yah! That bass going to town in the background. A special box. This is something I do remember doing in the old days. Okay, I can jump on that. The Wumpa fruit, tell me the way. And there are just 2 boxes over there. It's weird doing this for just 2 boxes, but whatever. Oh, there's a life. Forgot about that. And, yes. That TNT will explode that box. And that's probably all of the gems, all of the boxes that I need. Quicha! Ha! Senseless little plants. I made it! I'm sorry, Wumpa Fruit. I didn't mean to leave you behind. Feels bad. I mean, I do eat them, so it's not like making them alive is... Anyway, I'm just... something to notice, if you can, is that Crash leaves footprints on almost every surface. Maybe not this metal boxes. These metal boxes, I should say. When you... I should have jumped higher. It's easy to lose track of yourself when you go up and out of the screen. I'm retrying it, like Aku Aku said. There we go. Hup, 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 hup. Are you annoyed yet? I'm not going to continue that. I just want to say something. This game actually has much easier controls than the original game. It's much easier to bounce on successive boxes than in the original game, and I've heard so many reviewers critique this game as having a bad jump system. Which is insanity, because... and even saying that it was worse than the original game. Which makes no sense, because the original game, it was harder to control. Had worse controls, so... It's objective. Like, these things are objective, they're not subjective. You may not like the way that you jump in a Crash game. You may prefer the old one, and that due to nostalgia, but it's not because the controls are bad, it's because this game has certain control schemes that you have to learn in order to get good at it. And that's where people got the term just get good. You know, you have to learn the ins and outs of a specific game if you're going to be able to enjoy it. If you're not willing to take the time to do that, then you won't enjoy the game, and you'll have a negative view of it. And back in the day, I didn't even try to go for a completionist mode when I first played it. Jam! Even though I'm doing well right now. I was just playing it for the atmosphere, for the feeling, for the beauty of it, and it's still a beautiful game, even today, the old PS1 games. They have their own charm, and this has its own charm, but it's easy to, when you're playing this game, to just really smash them together in your mind. Because this is the definitive Crash right now. People don't need to go and play the old games in order to have a good Crash experience, which is really rare for a Crash Bandicoot game. Anyway, that's way too long. I need to stop now, so God bless and remain classy.